Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of the Razr from Motorola, the 2024 version, provided by Total Wireless. These phones were recently on special where we picked up, I think, the phone and 2 months of service for roughly $110. So, which is nice because Verizon now has the policy of requiring you to have 2 months of active service in order to unlock your phone, which is before you just needed to have 1 month activated and then wait a second month. So let's get into it. As you saw, this was the only thing that was in the box other than the bag shipping packaging, which I don't think does a whole lot, but like some of the other phones, they just have this little Total Wireless branding cardboard strap goes around it, telling you what it was and giving you basically some useless information. Alright, so Total Wireless also tapes your SIM card to the back of it. So I guess I'm going to have to get my knife out and cut this loose. Looks like it has a double layer of tape here, which makes me wonder if they sent me something that's already been returned once, because that's odd that it would be double taped like this. Alright, so I'm not going to do the SIM card today. We don't need that. Not for this. Activating with Total Wireless is usually pretty simple, so you really don't need to watch me go through all that. But yeah. I'm guessing somebody has opened this box at some point. All the other ones are still sealed, so that's a little odd. All right, open it up. Looks like they've got their booklets and everything on top, which is usually the opposite. So first we will open that up so you can see what minimal amount of stuff they include in here nowadays. Oh yeah, it just all falls out. Alright, so USB-C to USB-C cable. Their little README, which quite frankly I don't know very many people who actually read those anymore. Telling you what the buttons are, where the camera is, so kind of, you know, common sense really. So it does have the NFC touch point, which is nice, so it can wirelessly charge as well. But yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward really. Alright, so more telling you how to be safe in the warranty. They give you the SIM tray removal tool, and that's it for the accessories. They do not provide you with a charging brick like a lot of the providers have stopped doing. So if you need a charging brick or a wireless charging pad, you might want to pick one of those up at the same time. But it looks like they have a paper wrapper around it. It says, "Do not remove the pre-installed screen protector as it will damage the display." That's funny, because you kind of gotta remove it to use it, right? So here, even on the paper, they're telling you the SIM's on this side, power's on this side, because, you know, people are stupid and can't figure that out. So let's open this up. Yeah, it makes it feel like I'm opening a present. I guess it's their way of making it look like anti-use or something. But anyway, so yeah, that's all it was. Huh. It folds here. But let's see if there's any power on it. 0% power. So I'm gonna have to charge that baby up before I give you any of the visuals from it. So I'll be right back as soon as it's ready. All right, temporarily back. I figured this would be an opportunity to test out the wireless charging function. I do have an old Belkin wireless charger. I honestly am not sure where it came from, but it is, I think, rated only at 10 watts. It uses the old micro USB charging cables. So let me see if I can get you a better view here of this. So setting that down, merely just, actually I think it has to go towards the bottom because that's where it was on the ring. Let's see if I can get that to come. There it's going. So as you can see, it kind of powered up there. Let me move it again. Let's see if it will come on. There it goes. So as you can see, that's how simple it is to charge. I would say it probably has to be on this part because if you fold it to close it, it's probably going to need everything to be confined to that space. So, all right, I will pause it until this has more time to charge. All right, I'm back. I had to charge my phone I was recording with too, but I've got it charged to 81%. Figure that's good enough for us to just do a quick run through, and hopefully everything goes smooth. So while we're waiting for it to boot up, the Razr has 256 gigabyte of internal storage, at least the one from Moto Wireless does. It's got a 6.9 inch folding display, and yes, it's 5G. It does have wireless charging, as you've already seen, and it has 8 gigabyte of RAM. Looks pretty slick. It's light, but feels about the same weight as what I'd say maybe most of the other Motorola's, but it is a little bit skinnier. So English, start, set up another device. We're going to skip that because I'm not going to copy files and accounts. I don't really want to connect to Wi-Fi right now. I'm not going to connect my Gmail account or anything like that. We're going to set up offline because I just want to get in here. Now here's the privacy stuff from Motorola. I usually say no because I really don't need any of their extra BS. Time, they say just if needed. Let's see, it is not Sunday, June 15th, so we will change that because today is August 4th, and it is 4:26 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shanghai. Let's see. Let's start at the top here. Central. There it is. Which means I have to adjust that again. Alright. So continue on. Normally you don't have to do that, but since I didn't have any connection to internet going, it didn't know how to update it and sync. So, all right, Google services, they want to use your location. I'm fine with that. Allows scanning. You can read through all these when you set yours up, but I don't really want them doing any more than I absolutely need them to. Setting a pin. You can decide if you need a pin. I don't because I'll end up factory resetting this again anyway. They want to stay in touch. The answer is heck no. You don't need to stay in touch with me. Visible Mobile Services LLC, device pulse, whatever. That's fine. That's, again, I'm going to factory reset anyway. Screen protector alert. They're detecting that the screen protector is still on it, which it is. I'll let my wife take that off. Alright, navigation style. You can choose between gestures or buttons. And then now, Hello Moto. Basically, it's just them telling you that they're going to put a bunch of crap on your phone that you probably don't want. So, if you're like me, you'll end up removing like 90% of it anyway. So we're all ready to the screen here. It's ready to go. Pretty snazzy. I know a lot of people are interested in the folding capability. You can basically just turn it and fold it. It's really that simple. And yes, you can navigate on here, learn how to navigate your external display. Sure. Next. Tap here to view notifications. Alright, so it says tap here to close the notifications. Pretty self-explanatory. You can see the apps, you can scroll through them, various different things. So it's pretty snazzy. And it's very responsive. Open it back up. Now, if you turn it sideways, I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but you can kind of see there's a little bit of a lip here from where it folds. So it is somewhat noticeable, but and if you have a glare over the screen, you can see where it bends as well. So it's not 100% invisible to the eye. You can actually tell that there's a bend to it. But I don't think it's enough for someone to say, oh, I can't stand that, unless you're just super OCD. But yeah, the phone looks pretty good, and everything is pretty responsive, which I would expect on a modern phone like this, especially with this much RAM on it. But yeah, it's definitely something that I could see myself using as a primary. Again, my wife is going to use it as her primary phone. She's going to switch from the Pixel 6a to it. I'm probably going to switch to the Edge. Both of us have the 2024 models, not the newest versions, but the Edge, I think, looks probably just as good as the Pixel 6a's camera and everything, and it has more space and a lot cheaper than buying a new Pixel. So the reason I'm looking to switch from Google Pixel is because the 6A's recently had an update that pretty well killed the battery longevity. I wasn't having problems with how long it was lasting, but yes, it did get hot at times, but not as hot as everyone else was having. But after the update, my battery does not stay charged for very long at all, and it just kind of sucks now because it takes forever to charge it back up, even for what little charge it keeps. They are offering me a $100 reimbursement for that. They also offered a battery replacement, or I think there was a third option, but either way, none of them were great for what's happening with the battery. So now, unless I just pay to have the battery replaced, the longevity is just, it's garbage. So I will probably retire that phone into my phone farm. As you can see to the side here, behind my hard drives, I've got a small setup of phones here. Over on my dresser, I've got another set of phones. And then once I get all my stuff back from the fire recovery company, I'll have all of them back again and possibly start doing some more phone farming. But right now, I just have a small setup, and the Pixel 6a's have everything I need for some of the setups I'm looking to go to, especially since it has the eSIM. I do like that both the Moto Edge and the Razr have wireless charging. That's something I think should have been incorporated probably across the board like 5 years ago, if not earlier. Why a lot of phones still don't have like eSIM, it befuddles me because it's a no-brainer. But it is what it is. But yeah, this phone, it's actually kind of impressive. I was surprised by the quality of the screen. I do like it gets smaller. You can fold it. Unfortunately, I usually wear carpenter jeans, so I like that side pocket. And I think this being folded would be just too small for that, and I find myself struggling to dig it out of that pocket. And I usually have enough rough stuff in my regular pants pockets that I wouldn't want to put this in my front pockets, and I certainly wouldn't want to sit on it by putting it in my back pocket. So I will probably pass on this one as a primary phone for myself, but my wife is excited to get it and try it out. If I find any major problems with it, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. But other than that, that's what we got, and I would definitely recommend it, especially at the price I got it for. Again, I got it off a total wireless deal where I got 2 months of service, which cost me $110, and then the phone was free. And since it's 2 months of service, it should unlock at the end of that 2 month service. So my wife will probably port over, use the Total Wireless, and then port to whatever company she wants to go to after that. So if you got any questions, drop down in the comments section down below. I'd be happy to answer anything. And until the next time, have a good one.